Hello Pisces, this is your August 16th to August 31st, 2016 read. For the main read, I am using the Shadowscapes Tarot by Stephanie Pumunla. And for the advice cards, I am using the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. I'm going to do it a little differently this time. See if this helps a little bit. And as usual, I have pre-shuffled the cards, so we're all set to go. I'm just going to put them out here in this sense. Of course, you're not going to see them, but I will hold them up so you can see them as I go. That way, if there's any questions or things you want to know, we can go that way. Okay. I'm getting an extra card here. Just fine. Alright. For this time frame, when we're starting into this time, emotionally we're good. We're starting out with the Ace of Cups for you. And when I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing a lot of movement. Ace of Cups is love, being very happy. In this version, I am seeing more friendships than lovers. The way I read cards, it depends on what I'm seeing in the card. Whatever the traditional meaning is, I do take that into account. But a lot of times I will look at the card itself and see what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing a lot of friendships and a lot of social good times. A lot of people hanging out, hanging out at the end of the day at a campfire, little get-together with friends, things like that. A lot of little social events. I'm seeing there's a couple big ones, but mostly a lot of little social events, having a good time. The people around you are very active. I feel like even if you have people around you who maybe aren't the most positive, usually, right now they're doing pretty well, and they're getting along with you, and everybody's happy. The way I'm seeing this card is kind of keeping yourself in check, and this is the people around you. So they're just looking to have a good time, enjoying the campfire, enjoying the time. It's a good time had by all, but there may be some little issues that you usually have with these people, or little underlying issues they're not talking about. I don't feel like there's anything that needs to be said. I just feel like a little crankiness under the surface, but it may pass by quietly. As we go to the next, I feel like that same energy is going through as we're going through the couple weeks here from the 16th to the 31st, that they kind of keep to themselves. The Queen of Swords here, the way I'm seeing this, especially the way this one's interpreted, it's reversed, and I feel like when it's upright, she's kind of being careful, and she's, deflecting certain things, maybe putting out some information. When it's upside down, I'm feeling more that she's kind of keeping herself reserved, and she's not letting you know what's bothering her. I feel like she's more reaching out and taking in information than giving out information. That's going into the next part of, right after they're being quiet and maybe they have a couple axes to grind. They're kind of keeping it to themselves. They're just kind of like, I'm a little under the weather or cranky. I don't want to really start anything. And I feel like that kind of keeps going, but she might be, if it's a female, this is a general read, so it could be a male as well, just kind of pulling out information, trying to figure out, is this really what's happening? Is there really a problem here? And this is going on around you more. Because you, at the same time, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm seeing in this, like there's a twig. I'm getting picked up. I'm picking up a lot, like there's, this is a social connection for you. And you may feel it's a little less, like the strength isn't there. And you may see this connection as maybe like somebody you do like and hang out with, but you may already be quite aware that this isn't the strongest relationship for you. I'm not picking up anything romantic. I'm feeling more social relation. Either somebody you work with, somebody that's in your neighborhood, somebody that's connected to your partner, possibly like a family member of your partner, in which you try to play nice and you're aware of certain things under the surface, but you play nice anyway. As we keep going forward in this August 16th to August 31st time frame, things are pretty much going the way you want them to. I feel like you're the one who starts communicating at first, but I don't know who this person is, but they're kind of, like, especially since it's a general read, there's kind of a feel like there's some underlying animosity, and you're trying to kind of deal with it. I feel like you're doing really well until like the very end of the month, and then I feel like it comes to a head, and they say something, and it kind of gets under your skin. As I'm looking forward, when we go forward a little farther, like I see like this is like an extra card that popped up, and it's coming near the end. Like you got the Magician going on, like right below it, and then you got this above it. Like this is like intellectually, I feel like you are sparking the conversation, because near the 31st you're kind of like, all right, I know what's going on, I know something's not right, let's just talk about this. And I feel like you're in good faith trying to just figure it out. A lot, like, I feel like the person this is connected to, I don't feel like you're really moving away from them. I feel like you feel like they need to be a part of the situation. Like there's another connection. Either it's a person in the neighborhood, person you work with, person that's connected to your partner, like a family relation, something like that. You feel like this person is not going anywhere, and you prefer to just iron out differences. So it starts out good. I feel like you have the greatest of intentions, but when we keep going, it's the Knight of Cups, but it's reversed. When that comes up that way for me, it depends on what I'm seeing, and a lot of times, I feel like it's a lot of, I feel like once you have this talk with this person, they say things that you're just like, that's not even true, that's not even close to true. And I feel like you try to be diplomatic and work things out, but afterwards you might have a tendency to talk within your social circle, and because you're kind of, I feel like it really annoys you, certain things you hear that you're like, that's crazy, that's not reality at all. And I feel like it aggravates you when you start kind of talking in a little social circle. Be careful of that. I feel like if you start talking with others, it could come back to bite you. For example, if it's a relative of your partner and you kind of vent to your partner, I feel like your partner will have your back on it, but they might go and be like, they might go to that family member of theirs and be like, what's wrong with you? Why did you say that? Like, I feel like that type of thing could happen. I feel like you could get kind of people revved up in your favor, and they might like create a stronger spin to this situation than you really want. I feel like you're very good with the communication near the 31st, because what's crowning here is the Page of Swords. And, like, it's actually a swan that she's holding. I think it's a baby swan, which I forget what you call them. But when I looked at it quick, I kind of saw a little bunny, which it's not a bunny on there, but that's the first thing that clicked in my mind, which makes me feel like you're being protective of your feelings and some other people around you. You're trying to take care of a larger situation, which is why you are being nice to this external person that you feel is not leaving the situation. I really don't feel like you have any bad feelings against them, but you're aware of them, and you try to keep getting along with them because you know they're not going anywhere. I feel like you're protective with your words and you're careful, but once we get closer to the end of the month, you're like, all right, this is just going to keep going. I need to nip it in the bud. I need to deal with it. And that's where the best of intentions comes in. Only thing I'd be worried about, or I'd be careful about, is at the end here with the Knight of Cups reversed. Like, I really feel like you're just venting to your friends about what happened because you're kind of shocked and upset about some of the things that were said. Said to you more than you said to someone else. I feel like the things being said to you kind of bothered you a bit. So you're kind of sorting things out, venting a little. But you got to be careful who you talk to, because I feel like the people you're talking to definitely care about you a lot. It may take this situation to the next level just basically because they're bothered that you're bothered. And they just don't think it's fair that someone, whoever this person is, said what they said. They think they're seeing it completely out of focus. I also feel like when you describe the situation and you kind of vent about it, you're expressing how you felt, which is giving a lot of energy to the words. even if this person on the outside didn't say anything too bad, but just a little aggravating, I feel like when it comes off to your friends or your family members, it sounds like it really hurt you pretty deeply, and that's where they get upset and they get involved, that type of thing. Just be careful, and even though I wouldn't say don't talk about it, like talking about it is okay. You can turn this right side up, but use a grain of salt. Be careful how you say things. Make it clear that you don't want this to get any worse, and that you want it to get better, but you were kind of a little miffed about what was said, and you just want to sort it out. You make it clear to your friends and family, whoever you're talking to, you don't want this to get worse. You're just trying to sort this out, and you want it to stay with you. You don't want them to go on their own and say something on your behalf. You want to keep it going, and you want to heal the relationship. Make that clear that you're venting about it, yes, but you want what you want. Make sure you make it clear to them what you want in the long run. Like, you don't want them to take over the situation or start talking on your behalf, because that's not going to work in your favor in the long run. Because it is important that you do talk. That's where the stress management comes in. That's where you can turn this right side up. Right now, it came up this way, which is giving you a warning. Be careful what you say. But you can make it work to your favor, because I feel like the people around you are very loving and very caring. The overall read for it is also giving a vibe of love. Like, this popped right out in the beginning. So there's a lot of love in this situation. I feel like the person that's giving you the hard time is connected to someone you care about, or a job or if where you live you love. Like, you're happy where you are, and they're a piece that came with the puzzle. Like, if it's your job, you love the job, and this is a person that's a part of that. I don't feel like for the most of you that this is job related, but it's a general read, and I know some people it does connect on certain levels. So if that makes sense for you, go ahead and run with it. I feel more off it's either neighborhood or family. It's very home feeling for me. So it's either your partner, somebody connected with your partner, or somebody in the neighborhood that is just always going to be there, and you're very happy with your partner, or you're very happy with the neighborhood, and you want this to flourish and you want things to work out. That's where this love is coming in. So you're very happy with the situation as a whole. There's a person that's a part of this situation that maybe isn't the best fit for it, but they're already there. They're not going anywhere. For example, if it's a family member of the person you love, they're clearly not going anywhere. They've always been there. If it's someone in the neighborhood that has a house too that they're very connected to, they're not going anywhere. So you want to get along, and you want a whole happy environment, and that's why you're making these efforts. And it's a very good environment for you. That's pretty much what I have for your August 16th, 2016 to August 31st, 2016 read. Any questions or comments, feel free to put them below. Or if you have a question or you'd like a personal read from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a good day. And now I gotta turn this thing off.